spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to tell me something. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around. What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table. Girl realized she was changing into a monster, recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Smashed mirror, as if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe? No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be be somewhere around here. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. White's obsessed, real collector, thoroughbred. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
Not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
진정해.
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
앉으라는 건가?
Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
귀여워. 숟가락으로 먹자.
This isn't right. I missed something?
왜?
Listen, gonna stand up real slow.
숟가락 먹는 게
Search the
아니야?
house again. Sit tight, I'll be right back. Calm down.
숟가락을 먹으면 안 돼?
Damn it, didn't work. Ain't that vile stuff for nothing, as I'll have to kill the White in his own jungle. Screwed up with a curse. We just need
나 뭘 잘못했지? 숟가락 먹어주면 안 되는 거였나 봐. 불쌍하게 저주를 좀 풀어주고 싶었는데 어떡해. 뭘 잘못했지? 되게 미안하네. 왜? 숟가락으로 먹어주면 안 되나? 저주를 좀 풀어주고 싶었는데. 숟가락이 아니었나? 뭐지?
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. Raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Call on them often?
I try not to overdo it. But they can be so useful. As they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic
내가
arousal.
제압해줄게.
In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
그럼 얘가 변신을 하겠다는 거구나.
Tesham Mudna. What's it
태션 문화 갔다 왔지. 우리가
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber.
아까라기보다
Long
맵
ago,
돌아다니면서 태션
shortly
문화를
after we arrived
봤지.
in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Teshem Mudna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, Dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my...
크라그마를 잘못해서 깨우겠는데?
See no reason to dawdle. Tesham Mutna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
뭔데?
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice.
이걸 위해
As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesha Mutna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
저 피가 맛있을까? 다른 약초들로 피가 재구성돼 있을 텐데.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
You lead. Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger.
나한텐 위험하지 않아.
Beyond this wall lies...
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
혼자 갔으면 못 열 뻔했구만.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, the vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once. Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our realm to this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the place we saw.
물 세트를 얻었다.
Human husbandry and care. This for real?
피 얘기하는 거죠.
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent breeding them. Morally suspect as it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
무서운 곳인데.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. A great many beings have breathed their last here.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of, well, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
몸에 무서운가? 뭔가 세트 같은 거 얻었어. 피해줘. 유물 세트다, 유물 세트. 피해줘. 근데 뭐썩 좋진 않은데 왠지 뭐 있을 것 같아. 이거 볼까? 와, 멋있다 이거. 피해 추가 확률. 근데 데미지가 낮다. 나쁘지 않구만. 가면 같은 거 얻었는데, 가면. 이거 오, 개쩐다. 아, 이걸 모자가 벗겨지네. 별로 안 이쁘다. 바닥에 피.
Whose is this cliff?
Amaran. They ventured beyond the sea.
급존재. 무서워. 피안도 같다. 무서워. 저 녀석이 뱀파이어라는 사실은 굉장히 무서워.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let.
너무 잔인하다, 고문이.
Raged in pain as those
레지스가 이 안에 들어가겠다는 거 아니야?
bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it, ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then. Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
설치 어떻게 해?
When I think how these tunnels got here, sends shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
여기서 어떻게 나와? 여기.
Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. The meat stench is so thick, I wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
This'll hold. Doesn't look like anything
킬
special.
보이는데?
I told you, Kagmar thrashed about inside it for over
어,
2
이
centuries.
새끼
There is a
입이 지옥 같다 지옥 같아. 걔가 너무 움직여서 다 부서진 거 아니야? 시다.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do.
온다.
We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent. Also, my head started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's
그렇네. 얼마나 목말라 할까?
thirst.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what did you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down.
아니 터지네.
Please. You won't be.
I just smelled the blood.
변한다 변한다.
Good. 'Cause I can hear more coming.
변한 거 같은데 이제?
Hold on. I'll let you out.
우와. 뱀파이어구나 이게. 피 빨리 피 뽑아. 이제 피 먹어야 되잖아 이제 그러면.
Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother you.
아 힘들게.
Get you out of
돌아왔어.
here.
아이고.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you.
아이고 이 친구.
Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit
이거
better.
시뻘개진 거.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact.
걱정하지 마, 나도 탕약 전문가야.
This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
나와라 디틀럼프. 데틀라프의 기억 속으로 이제 돌아가는 거지. 과연 그가 손을 잃기 전에 어떤 기억을 가지고 있었나? 우주탁.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count.
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
오. 그치. 멋있어. 100작 정도는 돼야 매너가 있구만.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef?
진짜 친구인가 보네.
And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates. Forgive me. What?
왜? 뭘? 왜 이래, 얘 왜 이래? 다시 돋아났어. 정신이 좀 나간 건가? 정신 좀 이상한 건가 봐. 발작이 있나? 왜 이러지?
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare.
섬.
I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy.
DLC.
Seems Dettlaff had made friends
왜
with him,
친구를 조각냈지?
still killed him, and chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury,
문제가
remorse.
있었나 보다.
cut
자기를
off the
자꾸
hand that had committed the
욕구를
murder.
끌어올리는 무언가 있었나 보다. 촉발시키는.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Detlef I know. See anything else?
구두 닦기를.
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand.
그곳으로 가면
Dettlaff first
디틀라프를
met
만날 수 있을 것
Delacroix
같은데.
there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the port district. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Dettlaff.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with.
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
딱히. 아이들이 일하는 곳에 장난감은 잊혀져. 자매 굴복 각성이 떠오른 마지막 시. 이마의 피 신선하다고. 어린 피가 더 부드럽구나. 나가는 길이 어디 있니? 끌리는 불 들어가네. 테라누만가? 저거 세트 팔면 돈 많이 받겠다, 그치?
Ooh, watch where you're walking.
Bootblags don't usually work nights. Need to come back.
오케이.
The day.
저기 있다.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the
거묻은
spit
돈을
are
뺏고
you?
있어. 야, 받아.
His father, and you won't touch him. I won't let you.
Oh, poppycock. I knew his father. A grifter, a cheat, just like his brood.
I'll teach him honesty. He'll not leave muck at our shop door just to draw patrons to his own stall. So back away, drifter.
목줄기 따버리 전에 꺼져라.
Won't it? Well, then we'll thrash you as well.
목줄기 따버린 나이.
Which is all the same to me. Corpse Gobbler! Starling's Pride! Teach you to help scofflaws and cheats.
자식, 자식, 자식. 자식, 자식. 자식도 완반치 투강냉이다 이 자식들아. 완반치 투강냉이다 이 자식들아.
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And
공작
this
부인 이름 하나면 그냥
What the
막
hell?
씨. 공권력이 좋아. 보내주자.
Nothing really. Had a little
너무
misunderstanding.
공손하게 서 있으니까.
Figured it out though.
Uh-huh. I see. As the Duchess's protege, you may go. But this lot, that's another matter. You'll come with us. Some time in a cell ought to scare the dimwits out of you.
미안하다.
Come on.
커버해주려고 했는데 두드려 맞고 감옥까지 가네. 아들아, 아빠다.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Oh, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
아주 싹싹한
My
친구일세.
boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stamp. A seat, sir, please.
영업력 보소. 아주 싹싹한 친구일세.
So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival.
이 자식이.
Bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say 500
너
crowns.
미쳤어.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
내가 괴물 목숨 걸고 잡아야 돼. 난
I'm sure you can
아니야.
imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
제기를
All right.
외욕을 빼놓은 게
Let's see
이거다.
if we can't figure something out.
깎아줘.
That's not even worth the spit I'd need to use to discuss it.
이 자식이. 400으로 해줘.
It's not quite. I don't know.
아, 뭐 얼마를 450만 해줘. 너 구해줬잖아 내가.
Ah, see?
자식이.
I knew we'd clinch it.
얼마를 받아가는 거야?
Guess I can agree to that.
1,000 thanks. I shan't forget it. Now to the matter at hand. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron, gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
돈만 받아 처먹고 이
It
자식.
seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might
도와줘
intercede,
파트너.
I dare say I've the right question
도와줘
to ask.
파트너.
Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's Cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art.
이 자식 알고 있었잖아 이 자식.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go?
이 자식이.
With all due respect,
끝까지
sir, your
영업을.
boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
아주 대단한 소년이야 아주.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning, the right thing to bribe them with. Red door. One that Boot Black mentioned.
We shall talk later. Let's find Detlef. We're close. I can feel it.
장난감 가게인가 봐. 까마귀 뭐 엄청 많아. 감식꾼들인가?
Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
이 사람 많은
You
곳에서
might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, Detlef, I'm coming for you. A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
삐졌어. 자식 빨리 올 걸, 빨리 할 걸.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that would come in awful handy.
영원히 영생을
Considered it
사는데
briefly, but ultimately
빈집털을
concluded
굳이
it would
하겠어.
be terribly dull. Come.
뱀파이어가 여기 산다고 잘 안 어울리는데.
He here? Sense him?
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around. Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime. Somebody fixed this recently.
이거 뭐 쓸만한 거 찾았나? 위층을 가볼까?
Attic. Let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around.
네스트래 네스트.
Detloff van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the
편지.
wench they call Renawed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from the flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but
어떤
travel to
놈들이야?
Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe.
빡을 당하고 있었.
You must
레나웨드를
complete the killing in
구해주던가
3
해야겠는데.
days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure.
뭐야?
Your beloved's finger.
There you have it. Proof positive Detlav killed not of his own
그래서
accord.
엄청 자학을 했구나.
Blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Who's Renawed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came round to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Why do you think that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings
자기
disappeared.
물건 챙겨간 거네.
Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping.
In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off, perhaps, by a bout of Detlav's rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Detloff have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing?
And Detlav is so much more emotional than most humans.
그래.
Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Even if Renawed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to
사람까지
do.
죽였는데 뭐 못할 게 뭐가 있어. 완전 의외로
To
순정파였네.
kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He
맞아.
kills for he cares
다
for her
죽일 거야.
deeply. And that
다 죽여버릴 거야.
those
왕도 죽일 거야.
individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah,
나한테
I
제일
get it
소중한
now.
거 위해서
He's
어쩔
out
수
to
없어.
rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more. Tools were used recently. Detloff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
더
Really
소름 돋아.
now, Geralt, must you?
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
잘 들리지 않네.
Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. That Renawed?
I don't know. As I said, I never met her.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though.
그 투생이 처음 왔을 때 그 술집에서 두건 쓰고 간 그 여자인가? 저 뭐야?
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac Peyrin,
마지막
Count Delacroix.
누구야?
Detlef's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must
마지막
have come from
희생자는
whoever
누구야?
wrote the letter. All of it written using the same ink.
5번째.
See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in...
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little.
저 표시 빨간색 도장 같은 거.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either.
냄새
especially not
맡아봐.
Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
포도 농장에서 왔을 수도 있잖아.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Detlef's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the
맞아요.
same Nazaire ink. And not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
부족해.
Not how I'd put it. Doubt it's how
되게
the Duchess will
충분해.
see it either.
I trust you to convince her. And then
What? Go on, don't be shy. See, you've got it all figured out, including the grin I gotta wear.
it's a rather bold plan, but were we to find Renawed, we would strip the blackmail.
누군지도 모르고 어딘지도 모르는데.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
이길마일이는
Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here.
공작부인이 날 믿진 않을 것 같은데 솔루션을 갖고 가는 건 아니잖아. 지금 그냥 뭐 이렇다라는 말 부족할 것 같은데. 염색 한번 해보고 싶어. 우와. 괜찮은데? 늑대 예쁜데? 뭐야? 염색이 안 돼. 이거 흰색으로 바꿔줘. 예. 이쁘다. 하얀 늑대. 하얀 수염이랑 잘 어울리지 않아? 히히. 이쁜데? 전설 속의 하얀 늑대. 멋있잖아. 신발은 날렵해 보이게 검은색으로. 똑같네. 오, 근데 아니다. 영민이가 좋아하는 보라색. 보라색은 색감이 별로다. 빨강색. 아, 흰색이 제일 낫다. 노랑색은? 흰색이 제일 낫다. 이쁘네. 이뻐. 좋아. 마음에 들어. 내가 바로 하얀 늑대다. 투생이 제일 가는 포도주 하얀 늑대. 일종의 바탕으로 이름을 붙였습니다. 이게 바로 리브야의 게롤트다.
Smearing his hiney with honey. Don't know why.
그러고 보니 여기서 이렇게 궁으로 올라가는 건 처음이네. 아, 저 위에 공개된 자리에 계시는구나.
And what of the funeral preparations?
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Found the beast of Beauclair. Just couldn't kill it.
We
Couldn't kill
sent
it.
you after a monster and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Ha! Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone
자식은
knows
왜
how to
딴지를
end a
걸어?
vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm
그거
yourself
말
with
그거 안
ample
된다고
garlic
효과
and
없다고.
drive a stake through its heart.
옛날 얘기라고 그거.
Garlic's useless
전혀 효과
against
없어.
vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and
전문가한테 맡기라고.
fables.
And Buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed Buckthorn drives off vampires.
그런 거 없다고.
Silver Sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its
안
end
돼,
at
임마. 너
once.
오기 다
The
죽어.
Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Go ahead. Send them to their death. Certain death.
To a lone Witcher, perhaps. To 40 of my men-at-arms, but another skirmish.
나랑
40,
싸워도
50,
죽어 임마.
100. Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference
걔는
against
죽지도
him.
않아 이 자식아.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats.
너
Others
너무
communicate
가까워.
with animals, command them.
가까워.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster.
아, 이 자식 계속
Instead,
말거리잖아.
he wishes to chat with it. Ah.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
날 믿으세요, 공작. 부인.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier.
오.
Hop, hop!
팝팝.
In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Estest, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
전문가 납셨다.
Witcher, show him the paper scrap.
향기를 맡고
Benoit, can
알아낼
you
수 있다는
determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Sala, too. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue deep burgundy. clarity, hi.
뭔데?
It's simple. Saint-Réal, the 1269 vintage.
말도 안 돼.
That's impossible.
어.
The wine is produced at Castel Ravello,
카스텔라벨로.
especially and exclusively for the ducal table.
누군가 왕가를 노리고
Perhaps
있어
some
기사들을.
Saint-Réal was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
너 바지 뜯고 뛰어오려고?
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and
너까지
do
지키면서
nothing
하기
while our
빡세단
duchess is in
말이야.
grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose
나
is
혼자
far too
갈게.
dangerous.
너희 빡빡이랑
The
여기 있어.
Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escort.
얘랑도 같이 가야 돼.
You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Yeah, ready
어쩔
to
수가
go.
없다.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate.
기대된다.
Then we will be off.
과연 그녀는 바그? 아니 경비대장이 너무 눈에 띄잖아. 경비대장이 눈에 너무 띈다고. 역시 하나만 알고 둘은 모르시는 거. 밝으니까 역시 눈에 확 띄죠. 색깔 바꾸길 잘했어.
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire
책에서
can kill
읽었지.
a vampire.
뱀파이어만이 뱀파이어를
Panthers have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this. Help! Save us!
진짜.
My name is not Camille. Thank you, beast!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you,
전화 왜 그렇게 저렇게.
Fortunately,
Thank
we
you.
haven't died.
You saved our lives. Hooray!
전화가 너무
Tell me more about this vineyard.
모험병 영웅병에
Castel
걸리셨어.
Ravello.
It's the best in all Tucson. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
He trustworthy?
아닌데 마틸다랑 걔네께 제일 맛있는데.
There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard black?
얘네가 납품한 사람이 있겠지. 공작 부인 말고.
Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
Crawling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful. Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace garden.
들킬까봐 안절부절.
Trust her illustrious highness was not harmed?
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to
Might
Castelrovella?
I ask you? 되게 공손한 표현이네.
Came to see you. Got some questions.
일단 경계심을 좀 누그러뜨리고.
This land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabricio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Delight
Want to talk about
to answer
Saint-Réal.
every questions.
I am at your service.
Some of this wine might have been stolen. Just a suspicion we have, but any burglaries lately?
Burglaries? Not to my knowledge. And a few days past I took stock of the inventory. All was accounted for. The barrels lie safely in the cellar, I assure you.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio,
오빠 되게
we have
고급스럽다.
proved someone's gained access to Saint-Réal. Someone who should not have. Which means one of two things.
네가 했거나
You lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it.
와,
Either case,
강하다,
you
강해.
shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me,
카리스마 보소.
where is the Saint-Réal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
카리스마. 빡빡이 넌 여기서 좀 기다려라.
We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a
그래,
thing.
사람 보는
He's
눈이
been
있지.
very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I
인사하는 거 봐.
appointed him steward of
벌써
Castelrovella.
소문이 다 났어.
Only then did he come into his own.
이 와중에도 힐을 신네. 이마마. 아, 공작 부인 마마.
So where
조심하십시오.
do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
인벤토리 레저. 아닌데? 인벤토리 레저 어디 갔어? 없는데요? 아, 여기 있나 보다.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
병이 비어 있을라나? 제일 가까운 곳엔 없어. 여기는 에르벨루스.
Ervelus. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
싹 다 먹자. 에스트.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this
에스트가
wine.
제일
Among
유명한가
the
봐.
best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
엘베루스. 에스트. 피오라노.
Fiorano, Dandelion's favorite.
야
Adores it.
말하지 마.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of
말하지 마. 화내신다고. 미노.
Got Pomino over here.
다 봤나? 2층에도 있나? 샹그레아.
Sanreal, 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
そうですか。すみません。 2층에 있나 보다. 샹그레아.
Sanreal. Barrels are dated
1년
1268.
차이.
Close, but not quite the right year.
죄송한데 좀 거슬리니까 좀 비켜주실래요? 저건가 보다.
Right here, 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow
그래서
sound,
망치가
we will
있구나.
have found what we seek.
Full.
안 뜨네. 조사가 안 떠. 쉣. 퓨처 센스 하면 조사하기가 떠야 되는데 조사하기가 안 떠. 그냥 눌러야 되는 거.
Full.
이 연타. 이. 됐다.
This one's full too.
너냐? 이 연타. 아니 이가 안 나와. 조사기가 왜 안 뜨는 거야? 씨, 조사기가 뜨더니 조사기가 안 뜨네.
This one's full too.
어이씨. 한 번 더. 됐다.
Full.
다 풀인데 보셔.
Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sanreal? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Ready. We can start.
망치 하나 주웠지롱. 야씨. 이가 안 나오지? 뭐가 문제지?
Ready.
뚜시.
Step aside.
작부인 주당. 완전 이걸로 적인 욕심 채우고 있어.
So,
I'd recognize this taste anywhere.
술 마시려고. 이것도 드셔보셈. 이것도 드셔보셈. 이것도 드셔보셈.
revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
저거까지 다 뚫어놨는데. 좋아, 빡빡이.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace, I...
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
자기 땅에서 기사들이 죽어나갔으니까 그 음모의 진원지니까 열받을 만하지.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sorial. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous.
에이후.
I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall
까맣고
tell
잘
you
대비되네.
everything if you agree to show me mercy.
자식이 어디서?
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me.
조롱이
He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Cintrian aristocrat at court.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They
한 번 더
transferred
미끼를
it to their
써야겠다.
cart,
얘보고
and we went
말을
our
한 번 더
separate
하자고
ways.
해서 현지
That's it?
현장을
The
덮쳐.
last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
좋아. 가자.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabricio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Cintrian Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
조금 날 알아주는 건가?
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
어떤 놈들일까?
Relax. Now we wait.
favorite vintner.
뭐지? 처음 보는 놈인데 이러는 거 아니야?
It's not him.
정예병과 도적대로 인챈트를 해야 돼 역시.
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but
Great shot. Good thing you
그러니까
reacted. Can't say
잘했어.
how that would have ended otherwise.
at your service. It was a good
극적으로
fight.
화해하나?
We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Don't need to like each other. Just gotta do our jobs.
If that's how you wish to treat it. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it.
우리 할 일만 합시다.
Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
My God.
Wait, she here?
I hope you did not think I would leave this to you alone, especially when every hour could prove essential.
진짜 대단하다.
This
여장부다
prisoner of
여장부.
yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call it...
Wait. He doesn't wish to speak. He needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
좋은 생각입니다. 죽여버리죠.
Sure can. Fresh out.
빡을 아주
In
세게
that
합시다.
case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind of
대신
would
아예
snap when we
죽여버립시다.
hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait.
뱀파이어가
Great for monsters.
네 피를
provided they
쪽쪽
catch the
빨아먹을
scent of
것이다.
blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming.
고문당하고
Save
죽는
your
건 안
strength.
두려워하면서 이건 또
Got a long
무서워하네.
night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Who hired you?
He'll kill me!
Ought to be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know
Cintrian.
he mustered the men for this caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian.
멸망한 나라에
Anything else? I swear.
이름이 자꾸 나오는 거지. 멸망은 안 했나?
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Let's go to town.
저 여장부셔. 아주 남달라. 레벨 엄청 팍팍 오른다.
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
1500.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he
가방
can,
봐.
but this
돌
Centurion
달렸어.
appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Centurion's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Centurion, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
누구지? 오,
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Centurion does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life.
And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
뭐 하루 이틀이요.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out.
바지 사장이구나.
This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry.
엉조롱을
There,
덮쳐야겠는데?
fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Centurion accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks.
여자,
This could be
여자.
anyone. But she
맨 처음에
remembered his
투생
female
거기서 만난 그
very
여잔가?
well, as she recognized her. On the Centurion's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her.
수인가?
She's said to be gifted. Fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Centurion gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
만들어거라?
The Mandragora. What's that?
A club. An affiliation of local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours and dancers.
Never heard of it.
댄서로
They
참가하겠어.
exude mystique. Consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic
비밀
elites.
결사 같은 거네.
Every now and again they
고급
mount soirees.
클럽,
Only
사교
wealthy
클럽.
patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
딱 가면 있는데.
Gotta nab the Centurion. Seems we have to go
늑대
to that
가면도
get-together.
있고 안경도
You
있고.
read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Centurion truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the
진짜
Witcher could use my help.
여왕님은 진짜 못 말린다.
Where's the event gonna be held?
여왕님은 못 말려.
Mandragora always assembles at the same place. A residence in Oatville.
와,
It's
여기
a
목걸이
very distinguished district.
좀 커다란 파란색
Geralt, you must
보석이
don
있어.
appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville in Mountebank Alley.
경비대장 없다. 와, 경비병 지키고 있는 거 봐.
Where's that coat gone?
뭐야? 이씨.
Look like rush at him there.
오, 경비병이 같이 도와주네. 미안해.
Didn't look like locals. Damien's right. I'm a hunted man.
You can't pull one over on me, Witcher. I can see your skill.
자식. 자식들. 감히 나를.
A worker, no player, right, Witcher?
은행에서 돈 받고 가자. 얼마 모았을까?
Welcome to. By all means.
Come back.
No safer place than a bank.
돈이 너무너무 많잖아. 부자잖아. 비싼 옷 사 입어야지.
Oh! Damn it! Watch where you step, Fiend.
Oh!
Really?
I'll object.
드디어 이걸 입을 때가 됐고. 우아한 복글레르 더블리. 가면 다 있으니까. 우아한 복글레르 장화. 우아한 복글레르 하이. 좋아. 됐고.
Thanks.
Ever your servant, sir.
오, 멋있어. 멋있어. 장갑 빼. 무기도 빼야겠다. 멋있어. 가면. 동작 부인에 어울리는 왕가면. 가면이 괜찮나? 아니면 근데 이건 무기로 쳐주네. 가면은. 늑대 가면. 할리퀸? 다 별론데? 챔피언. 내가 바로 챔피언이다. 챔피언 뭐에다 쓰고 싶다. 좀 이상한가? 좀 이상하긴 하네. 좀 추하긴 한데. 약간 좀 추한데. 요게 좀 어울리나? 이성인 도적 같아. 뭘 스키지? 늑대 가면밖에 없나? 할리퀸 가면 어때? 별로야. 내 기준에선 별로야. 왕가면이 제일 나은 것 같은데. 이게 제일 낫다. 시점. 근데 이러다가 걔네들 만나면 어떻게 암살자들? 이러다가 암살자들 만나면 끝나는 거 아니야? 꽁조롱 가서 저 퀘스트 완료하겠다. 이브 아비초 자네. 아 등도 애도 있어. 자네 어디 가나 이러면서. 근데 경비병이 곳곳에 있어서 도와주기는 하겠다. 형이. 아 이거구나. 공주로. 아 여기 맞다. 고급 거기네.
Welcome to the pheasantry.
Spoon like this. When you set a place, where's it go?
My oh my. It seems
Yeah, note led me here.
never seen it before.
See,
Did you guess a sweet shining sun?
I'm my own master with a
지하 창고 올로 가야 돼. 저긴가 보다. 장님 사고에는 공장님의 장려가 이어받아야 합니다. 저주에 대한 거짓 예고는 다시 둘째 자리에 주었어. 뭐지? 공작에 장녀가 있었어. 언니가 이런 거 꾸몄나봐. 언니 뒷전으로 몰려놨나? 뭐야? 람세스 고돈의 전설적. 고돈? 혹시 요리사 고든 얘기하는 건가? 고든 램지 얘기하는 거 아니야? 공작 부인에게 언니가 있었다. 유명한 실인걸. 전혀 몰랐죠. 어디 있어? 되게 멀리 있네. 나 협작군 골목으로 갈까나?
We've seen the day come when our culture is threatened by the very means of its own cultural reproduction.
연금술인가 여기? 도면 같은 거 파나? 아, 향수네. 향수 좀 뿌려볼까? 룬스톤 변이 인자. 변이 소 맨드레이코디얼 많이 필요해. 변신시키는데 필요하더라고. 별로 필요는 없구나. 아 근데 지금 스킬도 많이 찍을 만한 게 또 없나? 똑바른 칼날. 연속 살상이 좋네. 이것도 사냥꾼의 직감도. 기름의 유효 공격했는가? 대사 쪽진. 시너지. 괜찮은데? 변이 인자효. 아닌가? 올라가는 게 없어. 변이 인자 슬롯에 있는 변이 인자 효과 20%. 하나 더 찍으면 달라지나? 지금 얘가 15%지. 아니 진짜 똑같은데. 똑같은데. 중독도가 0 이상이면 상대가 반격을 날려 순간 시간 느리게 되지. 변이인자 탕약. 체력 200 증가. 포션 지속 시간 플러스. 몰라 그냥 해봐요. 아 저거를 맞다. 등록해야 되는구나. 그래. 저거를 등록을 해야 저기다 올려야 그 효과가 있는 거야. 어차피 뭐 연속 살상 하기 전에 건너가는 징검다리 같은 거 아무 상관없어. 온 김에 팔고 가야겠다. 온 김에 팔고 가자. 갑옷 같은 거 좀 팔고 가는 게 좋겠어. 비싸게 안 사주긴 하지만 졸고 있니? 너한테 좀 싼 마일을 많이 팔아야겠다. 돈 왜 이렇게 안 갖고 다니냐 너?
So long.
Guess it's a champion.
One false move and you will regret it.
비켜 비켜.
Here, Beauclair, all's right and fair. Oh!
I've this burning, stopping sensation in my ribs.
Greeting. What do you have?
많이 가. 팔면 안 돼. 알았어. 오케이. 오케이. 와, 많이 벌었다. 33,000. 소리. 이거 다시 사라 그랬어요. 이거 다시 사라 그랬어 이거. 다시 살 수가 있네. 자식 보관 잘하고 있었네. 왜 하나씩밖에 안 팔아? 구엔수. 구엔수에 2개. 수호가 여러 개 있어야 되네요, 그러면. 다른 제작법 없나? 저 살펴봐야겠다. 쿠엔 수업을 10%로 다 맞춰버리고. 좋아.
Good luck.
어차피 쿠엔만 쓰니까. 좋아, 3개. 일단 나중에.
Tip of the hat to the Tourney's victor.
기회된다.
Why does that not surprise me?
어떤 옷을 입고 올까? 여자들은 준비 시간이 오래 걸리니까. 지루하다.
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style.
잘 어울린다.
My, Geralt. Not bad at all. And you've even a mask. Just not the kind required.
Huh?
They're a little different, the ones Mandragora members wear. I've brought you one. Put it on.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
나름 신경 썼는데.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
칭찬받았어. 아, 가면이 틀렸네.
How do you find Cynthrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress, there on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Koviri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you.
Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
와줘.
It's not a landscape you play.
파샤.
It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
파샤. 파샤.
It's obvious.
파샤.
Represents transgression in its purest
파샤. 내면의 예술가를 표출하래. 역시 공작 부인도 공작 부인인 게 이런 걸 줄이고 싶어 하셨구나. 어민이가 좋아하는 보라색이다.
Splendid! The sky over Toussaint.
Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder.
뭘 또 생각하지?
The painting depicts spiritual dualism, the continual battle between good and evil, and defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right.
자식
Good
섬찟한데.
versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
Absinthe. The preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
취해버렸는데. 뭐야? 무언각 배우 뭐야? 돼지고기 뒤에 예술관을 치고 굉장히 잘 먹고 다니는 거.
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
위대한 건 뭐지? 잠깐만 못 지나가는데? 뭐 있는 거 같은데 여기? 진짜 귀여워.
The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a
어떡해,
true artist.
Impressive.
I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but
얼빠지도 있지.
pretentious.
진정 보름달이로군. 줄을 덜렁치면 되고. 그치. 가는 그냥 데려와야 될까? 잡았다. 괴물. 뭐지 개 같은 대본?
Do you know my favorite one?
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
Surfeit of beauty.
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
예쁘다. 하나 더. 라푼젤의 그 등이 생각난다.
Aren't they even? Because the right cuff seems somewhat fat.
Blah, blah, blah. Pretentious. I was
뭔가
prepared
있나
for
봐.
all sorts of criticism.
대본을 읽는 게 끝이었나? 아, 손님 방들을 조사하라고?
Consider yourself greeted.
Decided otherwise.
That someone knows nothing of true art. It shall be you next time. Trust me. I
무슨
shall
말일까?
work with Oriana personally.
아, 얘가 예술을 하기로 했는데 세실리아가 대신 됐구나.
We wish to be alone. Please leave.
어쩌다 그렇게 됐을까요?
But are you sure it's an original?
My employer swears it. Besides, have you not heard the news?
Have I not heard? It's on everyone's lips. 4 duets in one night. The theft of the century. And
도둑질.
here you are, offering one to me.
If you are not interested, sir, I'm sure someone else.
Right, fine. Leave us be.
도둑질을 했고 그걸 파는 장물아비라. 올해 난쪽 오븐 아줌마가 없는데?
I'm sure you understand.
Sure to be in one of the alcoves.
Cecilia never should have performed tonight.
But
You should.
are you sure it's an original?
My employer swears it.
저쪽에 있나?
It must be someone famous. Such talent.
Exception true.
여기 있나? 여기 있나 보다.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
슈슈.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Cintrian Noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move.
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it. But I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur. I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
대단한데? 작업 걸 다 실패했나?
Need I remind you that neither did you?
No.
Since you say something.
Empty heart-shaped
Here,
box.
taking a
Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it. Of Vistec. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
I do not even wish to comment.
Bit of Vistec. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
저 돌고래 어떻게 한 거지? 너무나 궁금한 것.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him once.
누군가 그 사람 걸로 때렸대. 줘 맞을 만하지.
It must be someone famous, I tell you. Such talent.
Exception true. My, would I ever love to meet him? It's a shame I didn't come.
비켜 비켜요 아줌마. 비켜요.
But what if it hasn't come?
He'll definitely
어흥,
come.
여기로 갔다.
Don't worry.
경호원.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come. We must consider what to do.
아, 매혹 빼고 왔는데.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
그래. 안 걸리는 게 있어.
We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I say?
조용히 해.
I hope we can count on your
얘기하지 마.
discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each
좋아.
other.
그런 TMI
What
좋아.
man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
안다르스토드. 안다르스.
Upstairs.
좀 같이 가요. 근데 너무 급하시다. 저기야.
That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Get out, I will be fine. Go after that
아,
room.
이러다
I shall
공작부인
fetch help.
납치당할 것 같은데. 불안해.
Bloody handprint.
뭐야?
It's his.
문짝됐나 봐. 이 자식 보소.
Broke the flower pot when moving the door.
오케이,
Stepped in the
발자국.
soil.
걸려들었어.
Must have climbed this ladder.
오케이. 다 걸렸어.
Could still be here. Need to stay alert. Blood stains.
옷 갈아입어야겠어. 옷을 못 갈아입게 돼 있어. 와, 대박.
Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open probably. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open probably. Links of a snap chain. Jewel must have been on it. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it.
잠깐만, 얘가 여기 숨어 있다는 건가?
This must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle.
열쇠 빌려다가
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard.
뭔가를
and sank to the
밀쳤어.
floor. Sconce is bent.
조이다가
Smeared
줄
with
튀어나왔나
blood.
보다.
Someone try to grab it. Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for.
오늘로 나온 게 아니고 저기로 튀어나와. 일단 조사는 다 하고.
Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Hunting knife, richly ornamented. Used during the fight.
여기
probably.
뛰어내린 것 같은데?
Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window.
피가 흘렀을
Fall
거야.
had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should...
돌고래 아저씨 갔어.
I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He...
Fell out of the window.
Just so.
굉장히 센데? 어떻게 공격을 했지?
Claim the man was trying
기사
to rob you
출신인가?
when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would
얘네
ever
언니가
recover
세배간 거 아니야?
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The Heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
오리아나 뭔가 수상해.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense
우리 하나
anxiety,
뭔가 좀
discomfort.
불편해.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders,
약간
but also stole the
공작분이랑
Sonrian and
맞먹으려는
sought to steal
그런
the
느낌이
heart
들어.
of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the
존중이 좀
jewel,
부족해.
both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be
드디어
among the
나온다.
schemers.
약간 메모를
She
보는
left court when we were children. My parents banished her
Siana.
from the duchy. I've not
왜
seen her
추방했지
since.
근데?
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Cursed?
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by
그럴
the
수도
curse
있나?
of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth.
아병
Isolated,
환자.
prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the
처음에
whole
만났던 그
world.
두건스네가 시아나인가?
She felt inferior, felt pain, though she
자기
masked
얼굴이
this with
부끄러워서
confidence,
가리고
arrogance
싶었던
even.
거야.
She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric
좀
mourned to
사악하다.
this day.
내가 그게 어렸을 때 그 기억 때문에
In
삐뚤어졌어.
the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
그 메모가 좀 불안해.
I
추정자들이
recall
있는
her
것 같아.
always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys. But I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my
결국엔
parents
그
looked
언니,
at her as but
언니가
an
그런 거네.
ill-behaved little girl. Someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen. Or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way,
이제는 거의
shape, or
부탁이
form.
아니고 명령조인데
You must
이제
make sure of that.
이제는 거의
Can't guarantee her safety, unfortunately. Especially if she's one of those responsible for these crimes.
Witcher, that was not a request.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were a
뒤틀려보다.
role player. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire. We are lending our combined resources to the Witcher's hunt.
Ah,
설득했나
yes.
보다.
Splendid. But why are you
뭘,
here at Oriana?
뭐지?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages, literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even if
뭐지 이
you are
관계는?
friends.
뭐지?
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
디틀라프와 오리아나와의 관계는 뭐지?
Do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits.
레지스가
Hides them from the
배반을?
world very diligently.
갑자기 뭐지?
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a
오리아나
monster,
뭔가 좀
knowing you've
불편해
only
기분이.
two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
둘이 한판 싸웠잖아.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
그래, 나도 그건 인정한다.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire.
지금 이 공작 부인 말고 4명은 다 서로 알고 있고 무슨 내용인지 알 건가? 오리아나가 어디까지 알고 있는지 궁금해.
Entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
이게 어떻게 된 일인지 설명부터 좀 해주지.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
And the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
오리아나는 어떤 사람이야?
She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long.
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Guessing it's no
한
accident you
오리아나
just
생긴
stopped by.
게
It would be
인간같이
quite some
생기지
coincidence
않지
indeed.
않았어?
No, a
우리
beautiful
흐연
little
게
bird told us.
약간 좀 왕비랑은 좀 약간 다른 인상이. 일반적인 애 같진 않아.
Now listen close. Managed to
그게
learn
좀
where the
약간
Black
위화감이.
Mirrors are.
얼굴이
Based at
그래요.
Valentine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detlaff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
봐봐, 얘 얼굴이 흐해.
Always a pleasure.
I thank you for your
얘는
help.
좀
It's been
아닌가?
invaluable.
조명 때문인가?
Geralt, will you see me out?
게르트도 흐였고 얘네 다 흐였잖아. 얘도 흐였고 쟤도 흐였고 얘도 흐였고. 아니면 붉은 붉네? 촛불 때문에 그런 얼굴이 약간 좀
You have exceptional
과민반응.
friends. This Detlef, an intriguing man to say the least.
실제로 말해줘야 될까?
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
그의 본성은 어떻던가요?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix Mill. It stands along the Saône Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
With a rod. Sit, drink.
시아나 어떻게? 아니 실루엣마도 굉장히 못돼 먹게 생겼네. 일식 중에 이 세상에 태어났다. 불쌍한 친구네. 좋아. 흰색 염료가 필요하긴 한데 요거를 일단은 저 30% 3개가 더 필요하네. 오케이. 또 새로운 뭐가 들어왔나 궁금하네. 약초가 새로 들어왔나? 연금술?
A returning customer.
Let me see what you...
새로 제조법이 있나? 제조법은 새로 없네. 갈매나무는 안 파는구나. 다른 부위도 하얀색으로 하고 싶은데 장갑이랑 신발도. 아까 보니까 저 아래쪽에 염료 상인이 있던데. 이 밑에 염료 상인인가 있었는데 기분 탓인가? 이 아래쪽에 분명히 염료 상인이라고 떴었는데. 아닌가? 한 칸 더 늘릴 수 없나? 몇 개, 2개가 더 넓게 업그레이드 할 수 있는 거 없나? 아 이거 할 수 있었는데 할 수 있었는데 까비 8개? 하나 둘 셋 넷 다섯 하나 둘 셋 15레벨 더 있어요. 13레벨 더 올려야 되네. 힘들겠다. 저 위로 가야 되네. 우리 집 근처다.
Every resident of our fair town is hereby required to aid the Witcher in any way he requests.
Simpleton!
I stock the larder of the welcome.
Show me.
상점 주인은 그렇게 좋은 건 안 파네. 맨드레이크 코디얼. 야, 얘 비싸게 10,000원이나 갖고 있어. 혹시 보석 같은 거 사니? 보석 같은 거 비싸게 사니? 딱 다 팔아. 화려. 이름이 화려함이야. 좋아.
So long.
잘 있으라고. 여기 가야겠다.
I've always dreamed of traveling to the north.
You're looking well. Top form, Nightingale. She's I like him from the start. Every Witcher I've known has this.
깔맞춤. 분명히 부두 근처에 있었어. 디틀라프 집에서 나왔을 때 있었다고. 밑에 염료 상인이라고 맵에 떴었단 말이야. 분명히 떴었어. 분명 밑에 있었는데. 분명히 있었어. 내가 잘못 봤나? 이 자식 혹시 업그레이드니? 그래, 저기 있다. 염료집이다. 이거 봐.
You'll not find work here. Were the good prophet Lebioda lively and spry, from me he would everything.
염색한 것인가 보다. 이거 맵에 안 뜨네. 신기하네.
Top quality. What do you mean?
그럼
The best warrior must look
밤에 몰래 열리는
care for his
창문.
appearance.
Usually focus on armor.
좋아.
Fun.
흰색 염료 있니? 뭐야, 흰색 염료 없어? 뭐야, 흰색을 좋아하는데.
Gotta go.
연금술로 만들고 싶다. 염료. 알베도. 하얀 갈매기. 됐다. 그래, 이게 있어야 돼. 맨드레이크 코디얼. 둘. 알베도. 흰색 염료. 좋아. 뭐야? 겨우살이.
Some free advice, Witchman. No reason to.
겨우살이.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flaunt its victory.
겨우살이 있으신 분, 겨우살이로 흰색이니까 염료로 색깔을 내나?
What do you want?
사이길이 있다면 좋아. 불량배 뭐야? 나 지금 풀템 장착하고 있다. 까불면 한 번 훅 갈 수 있어.
Arikan,
겨우살이 파나요? 버베나. 겨우살이 어떻게 생겼어? 없는 것 같아. 조그만 물방울. 없는 것 같아. 없어. 제기를. 이 하고만한 것 중에 겨우살이가 없다. 쉿. 흰색 염료 어디 갔니? 해갖고 아 장갑에는 못하네. 아 세트 아이템에만 할 수 있다 그랬지 참. 조금 풀템 했네. 히히.
not trample any hooks.
완전 하얘졌어. 좋아. 만족스럽구만. 완전 하얘졌어. 히히. 마음에 들어. 좋아. 사람 지나가는데 침을 뱉어. 잘 있나 볼까? 좋아 좋아. 잘 되고 있구만. 그러면 일단 여기서 저장을 해야겠네. 자, 이 이후는 다음 시간에 진행하도록 하겠습니다.